Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Good morning, farmers. Love the look of that lupine in the morning. In a few weeks we'll be well, yeah, a few weeks. In game time we'll be harvesting that. But for now we're taking a nice clean, fully fueled tractor to burn fuel and get it dirty. Yep, we're headed back to the field. We got to finish cultivating. I like to have these fields numbered, but they're not. So the field we were working in yesterday, where we finished off at night. I'm going to cultivate that first. And then I really feel more like harvesting before I plow. So we may do that in that order. But we got to finish harvesting. We got to finish cultivating that field first. That's top of my priority for some reason. And then we'll either harvest that field or plow. I haven't figured out yet. We'll see how my mind feels when I get to cultivating. And hopefully we can get all that done today. I'm trying to remember. I think I left her tractor with the plow, didn't I? I think so. Yeah, here's the cultivator, so we're going to hook it up to our tractor. Get it lined up close enough. There she goes. And off to work we go. Hi-ho, hi-ho. Yeah, just started the day and I'm seriously hungry. Of course I am. But it looks like a nice, gorgeous day to be out cultivating a field, doesn't it? No rain still in the forecast, which is good for us right now. If there was rain in the forecast, I'd definitely make sure I get that field harvested today, but wait, I better double check. Yep, okay. Want to make sure I wasn't lying to everyone that there's no rain in the forecast, because I didn't really check it this morning. Just going by what I remembered from yesterday when I recorded. Round and round we go. And I can't stop myself from going clockwise around fields. I try to go counterclockwise once in a while, and to me it just feels wrong because I do clockwise so much. There needs to be a hunting season on storks. I'm just saying. So yeah, hopefully, I may not be hiring any more workers for a while. I just did that field yesterday, only because I felt like I was kind of falling behind, even though we're not really. I guess it'll come situated when the fields by the farm start to turn. We'll kind of delegate when I start hiring workers, especially when I got that big field back here that I'll be doing mid-September, I would assume. That's going to be a wonderful week on the farm when that field is ready to be harvested. But for now, we're just going to focus on the 3 fields down here. And this is one of them, which will be done very shortly. And the one thing I should do is I need to double check to see how much canola I do have in storage. I think we'll have enough because I'm sure I'll be hiring workers to sow the fields when it comes to it in mid-September, because we just won't have the time to do all the fields ourselves. Planning ahead, way ahead. I do need to talk to the wife. I tried to talk to the wife before I left this morning, But she jumped out of bed and went right to the kitchen. So I'll talk to her at some point today, maybe. And today we get done, we'll be taking our wife's tractor back to the farm with the baler. I forgot what I took back yesterday. Yeah, the baler. Yeah, I just passed the baler. Duh. So we'll drop the baler off back at the farm, and we'll kindly wash the wife's tractor along with refueling it. It's fine on fuel, just that, you know, while we're there. I think we're getting down to about half a tank. Like I said, the other thing I probably should do when I get some spare time is we can always fertilize these fields with artificial fertilizer before we seed. So we'll just have to keep that in mind. If we get a day with nothing to do, just start filling up the artificial fertilizer and start making some trips down here. And we'll get these fields fully prepped. And if our slurry storage starts to get where it gets to be nearly full before September, we'll spray them as well. Now that both of our tankers are full, but we got more than a few weeks before our storage even gets close to being full. Probably should have repainted this tractor, but I am kind of liking this color for some reason. Not sure why, but I do like to change the color once in a while just to make it feel like I went out and bought a new tractor, even though we didn't. Yeah, now that I'm back to playing Farming Simulator a little bit more, when you go in those shops and you just like loads and loads of choices, it's like, oh, that's nice. But I think what I'll do now is I'll just keep making a few round trips here. And then I'll bring it back and we'll either be starting our harvest or plowing a field. Haven't made up my mind yet, but you'll find out in a second. I'll find out in about 3 or 4 minutes. Well, obviously I decided to go with the plowing route. My mind was just made up of thinking, well, if we harvest that field, now we got 2 fields that all I can do is plow, so I would have to plow 2 fields in a row. So I decided, it's not too big of a field. It's only, what is this, 1.7? 1.66? So it's not going to take me too long to plow it. And then that leaves us the rest of the day to harvest. I haven't been keeping track of the time of day yet, so we can see what time of day it is after we get done plowing this field. Should be, I don't know, 12 to 2 o'clock. Yeah, 2 o'clock in the morning. If it is, I better head back to the farm. 12 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so I want to say. And then after we harvest, you know, we can... I think harvesting is the only thing I'll have left time to do today. And then we can cultivate this field in the morning or plow the other field in the morning. So already tomorrow it's going to be plow and 2 cultivation jobs. No, it just said jobs. Fix a building. That's going to be transport. I think there might be 2 jobs there. No, just the way the shadow looked. Okay. Yeah, so no flower cultivating jobs to do. But yeah, tomorrow I could, we'll have to cultivate the 2 fields and plow that one up there. So tomorrow's already kind of set. I mean, I'll keep looking for other farmers to have jobs for us, but I don't expect to have anything. When I mean look for jobs, I'm talking plow and cultivation, as you know. I'll do fix the building jobs. The ones down here I will, because it seems like most of them will pay the 760, which just turned out to be 15-20 social points. Most of the others just pay 300 and 600 social points, so not really worth my time when I got stuff to do on my own farm. We need to have these fields prepped. But now that I think, I was thinking about when I was plowing this field, I said, okay, after I harvest that field up there, that's pretty much it down here, except for the 3 fields that we just planted a couple episodes ago. Like that one there and the big field. But the rest of our fields will be ready for September. Which now I got that, was it 1960 song stuck in my head? I'll see you in September. And it looks like one more pass. And we're at 98%, so we should be able to hit 99%, I would think. Getting a little hungry. Oh, I ate a hamburger at some point. I think when I was cultivating that field over there, I had a hamburger. And nothing wrong with having a hamburger first thing in the morning. And I think I'm getting these burgers from the International House of Burgers. All right, let's bring this plow up here. We will drop it off. And then I think we'll use our wife's tractor for the rest of the day anyways. Use up her fuel because we are bringing it back. Well, the trailer is somewhere. Can I see it from here? Yep, straight ahead, that little... Well, it's a white trail there, now it turns red. Yep, a little bit bumpy in the field we just plowed. It's good for the back. There we go. Now we can go get some money. Oh yeah, what time of the day is it? 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So I said, yeah, between 12 and 2. So sometimes I'm spot on, other times I'm not even flipping close. But let me go get to harvesting a little bit and set up, and I'll bring it back when we start maybe making some trips up to the sell point. Well, I will say this. This, lupine in this field is not yielding well at all. It was plowed, cultivated, and artificially fertilized. But I thought on a 2.5 hectare field, we'd probably get 2 trailers out of it. I'm barely going to be able to fill the trailer once. So I'm not sure. I don't have a tablet to keep track of all this stuff of what fields harvest well. I'm not sure if it's a thing where certain crops don't yield as well during certain times of the year. I mean, that could be a thing because wheat and canola harvest a lot better through the winter and harvesting in the spring. So I'm not sure. But yeah, you got, well, okay, it's a 2.4 hectare field, but yeah, I'm barely going to get a trailer out of this. And it seems like other fields I harvest, or I shouldn't say harvest, well, the yield is a lot better. But it is what it is. And we're still making a profit on the field. So we'll probably get somewhere like 12 grand from the harvest. And of course it didn't cost nearly that much to plant this. But I was just thinking also that not only do we need to bring our wife's tractor back along with the baler because we're done with it, we're done with a harvester down here as well. Well, we will need the harvester back at the farm before we need it down here again. So, which is kind of a good thing. It needs a wash. And of course, next time we use it, I'll do some kind of a funky paint job on it. I just whip the color bars around, whatever it lands on, it lands on. But I don't think we'll get to anything else today other than finish this harvesting and selling the grain. And then, like I said, I think for starters, we'll take the wife's tractor back. And I guess I can leave the baler here and bring the trailer back, because that'll already be attached to it. Because we won't need the trailer here either. We'll need it at the farm, like the harvester. This would be like the point in the game if you could buy a second harvester and whatnot. You just park one harvester down here with its headers and the other harvester at the other fields, instead of transporting it back and forth, which is not a long drive, but you know how it is when you got the money. It's like, okay, well, I got the money, it's no big deal. It's not sensible in real life to do it that way, but this is a video game. I got the cash. I'd like to spend it on something because, you know the old saying, you can't take it with you when you die, so might as well spend it. And I don't know what to spend it on at this point. Yes, we could buy more fields, but I suppose we could buy all the fields in that southeast corner. But then those are good fields to get our social points from. It's hard. It's going to be hard to reach 1 million social points. We just keep doing house inspections for 600 social points at a time. So it would be nice to get those fields. Plus, it's nice once in a while, like we did a few episodes ago, where they want us to do a job in it that had crops are ready to harvest. I'm like, yeah, I'll take the job and I'll take your crops. Thank you. But once I hit the 1 million social points, I'll probably just buy every field, because at that point it doesn't really matter. Yeah, very disappointing, the yield on this crop. I was hoping to get 2 trailers full, which would have put us money-wise over the 1.5 million mark, but yeah, Now I'm not going to reach that today. Going to have to wait. Alright, harvester up and off. Or header up and off. Now for my calculations, that we're going to be just short of a full trailer. Somewhere around 800 grains, I think we're going to be short of. It was a little tricky because of the way I parked the trailer, but without getting our own crops. Alright, I need to get closer than that. I'm trying to avoid going to my crops over there at the same time, but and I keep hitting the tractor. Really, I could have just moved the tractor and trailer, but what fun would that be? Let's see if we are just 800 grains short of a full trailer. Okay, actually did a little bit better on the second half, so yeah. 370 grains short of a full trailer. Alright, for now we'll park the harvester here. And we'll bring the tractor and trailer up to the sell point, we'll sell the grain, and then we'll bring this all the way back to the farm. Refill and wash the wife's tractor and see if she's around. I mean, she should. What time is it? Yeah. It's only 6 o'clock in the evening, so we should get back in time to talk to her before she heads off to bed. See what she has to say. So we'll have 3 more fields down here to harvest before we prepare for the winter. These 2 fields here, not much of a problem. The big field, it's a little bit of an issue. Only that's going to take us more than a half a week to harvest it and prep it. Now I'm kind of wishing a little bit I didn't put lupine in that field because this yield from this harvest wasn't so good. Yeah, I know the trailer's full. I just filled it. No, every time I go past a grass field, I just inside I do a little bit of a sigh, just thinking, when can I mow grass and bale some grass. I was gonna say bale some hay, but unless they kind of make it where we cut grass and it's got to lay there for a couple of days in the sun, it'll turn the hay by itself. So we don't have to ted it and windrow it again. Alright, let's get some cash. Whoop, I'm trying to get the right camera angle and it keeps zooming in on itself. Yeah, lupine is not a bad price, $7.56, but the yield from that field, not so good. Alright, so we're empty. We're going to head back to the farm, drop off the trailer. And see if we can find Allison, our beautiful wife, and see what she has to say. Something she hasn't said before. Probably not. We'll get something like, oh yeah, I'm doing great. I'm thinking within about 2 weeks, these fields down here should be just about ready. It's like Oliver's home. Hey, dude. Man, West Tractor's not that dirty. I mean, yeah, it is dirty, but it doesn't seem like it gets as dirty as our tractor does sometimes. Yeah, I do have another trailer down here, but yeah, that holds 4,000 less grain than the one we always use, and I don't like the articulated trailer. Especially when I gotta back it up, man. It's rough. Alright, refuel. I wish it would stay in the dialogue until I say so. Alright, we're gonna park her tractor over here, because I think I'm done bringing her tractor down there for now. Let me out. Thank you. Really? You're cooking again? I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll jump cut for you, but I'm going to jump in the harvester. I'm going to bring this back to the farm, and maybe when I get back, it should be done cooking. Whoop, wrong button. It'll be close to 8 o'clock when I get back, so she may have jumped into bed, but we'll see if we can catch her in time. I'll see you in a second. Finally, she's out of the kitchen. I already got the harvester back. I came back and she was in the kitchen. I dropped off the header, washed the harvester. Yeah, hello.
Darling?
It's more like evening. It's almost your bedtime. Alright, see how she is.
Nice to see you, love. How are you?
Of course you're perfect. And let's go back in the dialogue. Give her a compliment. Yeah, I just talked to you like 3 seconds ago.
You look so good, it almost makes me speechless.
Yep, I'm the nicest farmer around. And really, I'm not going to ask if you need anything because I know you don't. I'm not going to tell you I'm off to work because that's a lie. And for me just to say to your wife, said, thanks, I'll see you around, does not seem appropriate either. So, this is where I brought the harvester in. I don't know why I'm going to close this gate forward because it'll be open next time I load the game. But, yeah, that's going to do it for today's episode. A little bit of cultivating, a little bit of plowing, and I'm a little dejected from the yield from that harvest because, yeah, well, you know, but it is what it is. And there's always tomorrow. Sun will rise tomorrow no matter what. And with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching the video as always. Hopefully it was enjoyable for you. And I shall see you tomorrow for another day on the farm. Have a good one.